afternoon, amazing grade 9 students, as well as to our viewers and listeners. Welcome to Aral TarlakHenyo, here on RTV Tarlac, Channel 26, simulcast over DZTC, Radyo Pilipino Tarlac. I am Marianne Erica Tanyedo Bayson, your grade 9 science anchor teacher. How are you today, my dear grade 9 learners? I am delightful that you could join me for this afternoon. If you have questions with regards to our topic, you may reach me through this number, 0943 385 4915. I repeat, that's 0943 385 4915. Before anything else, let's relax for a bit. I want you to put your hands up like this. Come on, grade 9 learners, put your hands up. Let's shake your hands and exercise that hands of yours which have been writing for weeks now. Shake it. Very good. Now, I want you to look for a place where you feel comfortable while listening and watching. Get your pen and paper so you could write the important details that I will be mentioning later while I am discussing. How about your science compendium of notes? Do you have it with you? Great! Let's begin then. Let us first have a review of the previous topic which have been discussed to you by Mr. Ortiz. I have two questions for you. The first one is, what is molecular formula? If you say that it shows the actual number of atoms that comprise a molecule of a compound, that is correct. It is also known as the true formula of a substance. Second question. How do we compute for the molecular formula of a compound? Can you still remember? Great! We simply multiply each subscript in the empirical formula with the value of x. You are really doing great! I believe you are now ready for our next topic. Today, we will explore the Earth, specifically on the different types of volcanoes. Again, we will be talking about the different types of volcanoes. But before that, I have again questions for you. But I want you to make images on your mind while I am asking. Can you do that? Of course you can. Now, close your eyes. Have you ever wondered why Philippines is prone to earthquakes? Why is it said to be located along the Ring of Fire? Have you seen a volcano while it is erupting? May it be in actual or in a video documentation. Based on the things you have seen or heard, can you describe how they look? Very well. Now, open your eyes. What did you see? It's fun, right? Great. After this discussion, you will be able to describe the different types of volcanoes. Let's begin. The Philippines is located along the Ring of Fire because of its tectonic setting. As a result, It is home to many volcanoes. Philippine Islands has approximately 300 named and unnamed volcanoes all over the archipelago. At present, there are 24 classified active volcanoes. Maybe you already have in mind a name of a volcano which have been mentioned in the current news for the past days, isn't it? Yes, let's visit some of them. Out of these 24 active volcanoes, 6, namely Pinatubo, Taal, Mayon, Bulusan, Canlaon, and Hibok-Hibok, are considered the most active. I am pretty sure you are familiar with these names. According to the Philippine Institute of Volcanology and Seismology, or PHIVOLCS, our country is an ideal site for any volcanic activity. It is therefore important for us to know this natural phenomenon to reduce the risk and adverse effects it may cause. Let us have some trivia at this moment. Do you know that last February 25, 2021 at 8 in the morning, according to the DOST PHIVOLCS Bulletin, the Taal Volcano Network recorded 69 volcanic tremor episodes having durations of 1 to 61 minutes? Despite this, only weak steam-laden plumes were emitted by fumolaric activity at the vents of the main crater. Alert Level 1 is maintained over Taal Volcano. DOST PHIVOLCS reminds the public that at Alert Level 1, sudden steam-driven or phreatic explosions, volcanic earthquakes, minor ashfalls, and lethal accumulations or expulsions of volcanic gas can occur and threaten areas within the Taal Volcano Island. DOST PHIVOLCS strongly recommends the entry into TVI, Taal's permanent danger zone, especially the vicinities of the main crater, and the Daang Castilla feature must remain strictly prohibited. Let us talk about the volcano. Since you were in elementary, you have heard about volcanoes. But can you still remember what a volcano is? Can you describe how it looks and what they are made up of? Technically, a volcano is a vent, hill, or mountain from which molten or hot rocks with gaseous materials are or have been ejected. It also applies to craters, hills, or mountains formed by removal of pre-existing materials or by accumulation of ejected materials. Let us deepen your understanding about volcanoes. At present, the Philippine Institute of Volcanology and Seismology classified volcanoes into 3 categories, namely active, inactive, and potentially active. A volcano is classified as active based on the following. 1. If it has eruptions in historic times, supported by numerous historic accounts. 2. If it has oral folkloric history, which suggests an eruption that is remembered by our ancestors. 3. If it has shown indicators of seismic activity. And lastly, if it has volcanic deposits less than 10,000 years as determined by radiometric dating. Can you name a volcano which we can consider as active? Great! Example of this are Mount Pinatubo, located at the boundaries of Pampanga, Tarlac, and Zambales, Taal Volcano in Batangas, and Mayon in Albay. On the other hand, a volcano is said to be inactive if it has no record of eruptions and its form has been changed by agents of weathering and erosion with the formation of deep gullies. Can you name some volcanoes which we can consider as inactive? Very good! Example of this are Cabaluyan and Malabobo volcanoes in Pangasinan, Cocoro in Palawan, and Arayat in Pampanga. In 1997, PHIVOLCS introduced a third category which is now what we call as potentially active. A volcano is said to be potentially active if it is geologically young-looking, which suggests it possibly erupted less than 10,000 years ago. A volcano is morphologically young as suggested by the following. 1. Low degree of erosion and dissection. 2. Presence of young vent features. And lastly, may lack or have very little vegetation cover. Do you know a volcano which we can consider as potentially active? Very good! Example of this are Mount Apo in Davao del Sur, Mount Mariveles in Bataan, and Mount Negron in Zambales. Now that you have learned the different types of volcanoes as classified by the Philippine Institute of Volcanology and Seismology, let me check if you really understood our lesson for today. Do you have your pen and paper with you? Okay. You will be given a 10-item true or false statements. All you have to do is to listen attentively and determine whether the given statement is true or false. Write the word true if the statement is correct and false if it is otherwise. Are you ready? Let's begin. Number 1. A volcano is a vent, hill, or mountain from which molten or hot rocks with gaseous materials are or have been ejected. I repeat, a volcano is a vent, hill, or mountain from which molten or hot rocks with gaseous materials are or have been ejected. Number 2. We call a volcano potentially active if it has eruptions in historic times supported by numerous historic accounts. Again, we call a volcano potentially active if it has eruptions in historic times supported by numerous historic accounts. Number 3. Mount Apo is classified by the Philippine Institute of Volcanology and Seismology as an active volcano. I repeat, Mount Apo is classified by the Philippine Institute of Volcanology and Seismology as an active volcano. Number 4. A volcano is said to be inactive if it has no records of eruption and its form has been changed by agents of weathering and erosion with the formation of deep gullies. Again, a volcano is said to be inactive if it has no record of eruption and its form has been changed by agents of weathering and erosion with the formation of deep gullies. Number 5. Philippines is located along the Ring of Fire. Again, Philippines is located along the Ring of Fire. Number 6. At present, PHIVOLCs have classified 24 active volcanoes here in our country. Again, at present, PHIVOLCs have classified 24 active volcanoes here in our country. Number 7. Mount Cabaluyan in Pangasinan is classified as an active volcano. Again, Mount Cabaluyan in Pangasinan is classified as an active volcano. Number 8. A volcano is said to be potentially active if it is morphologically young-looking, which suggests it possibly erupted less than 10,000 years ago. I repeat, a volcano is said to be potentially active if it is morphologically young-looking, which suggests it possibly erupted less than 10,000 years ago. Number 9. A volcano is morphologically young if it has high degree of erosion and dissection. Again, a volcano is morphologically young if it has high degree of erosion and dissection. Number 10. Taal Volcano in Batangas is classified as active volcano. Again, Taal Volcano in Batangas is classified as active volcano. Let us find out if you got the correct answers. Are you ready? Number 1, true. Number 2, false. Number 3, false. Number 4, true. Number 5, true. Number 6, true. Number 7, false. Number 8, true. Number 9, false. And number 10, true. Did you get all the answers correct? Excellent! It seems that you listened very well with our discussion. Keep it up! Let's now see if there are text messages sent to us by our enthusiastic grade 9 students. Here, I have one from Pada Pada National High School. She said, "Mom, can you name other volcanoes which we can